after war has been called a broken jigsaw puzzle. But that isn't quite accurate. Europe is a broken puzzle, but many of the pieces are missing and have to be rebuilt. It takes bricks and mortar, and above all, the goodwill of men. That's the most difficult phase of the job. The selfish interests of individuals, the political gangsters who seek the power to enslave nations, the men who would make war to satisfy their own conceit. All this must be overcome and resolved before the mortar of mankind holds the world together.
Oh, are these for the Arabian project?
Yes, they are finished.
All right. I'll take them in.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd rather take them in myself. I have to show the specifications.
All right. Mr. Anderson, the Arabian project is ready. Would you like to look at it?
Yes, send it in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, hello. I'm glad you finished that in time. Shall we look? Oh, the draining specifications.
Right here, sir. There are 15...
Hello, I'm Helen Davis of Consolidated Press. I'd like to speak to Mr. Dorstein, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but he's due back tomorrow from Ankara. If you wait a moment, Mr. Anderson, his assistant, will be glad to see you.
All right.
Take a seat, please.
Thank you. After the war, ravaged Europe witnessed the greatest and most intense reconstruction period in history. Millions are still being spent by governments on various projects. Lately, some rumors were circulating about irregularities and shady deals of collusive bidding. I heard that some of the most lucrative contracts for these projects were channeled through Continental Engineering, to whom bids were submitted by contractors from all over Europe.
What happened?
My briefcase.
Are you Mr. Herzog?
Yes.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry this happened. I was expecting you. Come into my office, please. Get a doctor and call the police.
I want you to come to my office later for a better examination.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you very much, Doctor.
Mr. Anderson, the bid for the Arabian project. All my papers are in that briefcase.
Oh, that is too bad.
Yeah, tomorrow is the last day for the bid.
Yes, that's right.
Well, certainly under the circumstances,
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Anderson. This is Miss Davis from Consolidated Press. She's waiting to see you.
How do you do, Miss Davis? I really hope you won't write anything about all this. It is most unfortunate. We'll contact Mr. Dorstein by cable and explain to him the situation.
You're very kind, Mr. Anderson. I shall wire Anson and ask for duplicates of the bid.
Yes. And how long will that take?
2 days at the most.
I see.
If you don't mind, I should like to return to my hotel and put the call through immediately.
Yes, of course, of course.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks, you. Goodbye. Well, Miss Davis, would you like to step into my office? Or maybe you'd better wait until tomorrow when my director, Mr. Dorstein, comes back.
Yes, certainly. Perhaps that would be better. See you tomorrow, then.
Goodbye, Miss Davis.
Goodbye. But you must have had other things in your briefcase besides the bid for the contract.
Some business letters, a return ticket to Amsterdam, a book I took along to read on the plane. That's all.
But what possible value could these things be to a thief?
To a thief, none. But we do have competitors who would like us to miss the deadline for a bit. But Mr. Anderson is cabling for an extension, so all that really worries me now is that I can't go to the opera tonight. Oh, come to think of it, the ticket, it too was in the briefcase.
A ticket for the opera?
Yes, but it was a bad seat anyway.
Would you happen to remember the number of the seat?
No, but the desk clerk downstairs would know. He ordered the ticket for me. Why?
Just an idea. Your pardon. Could you tell me the name of the new tenor that's singing tonight?
The what?
The new tenor. It's in your program.
Oh, they're all the same to me as long as they sing. You know, this is my first time at the opera.
Oh? Don't you like the opera?
Oh, yes. But the radio's good enough for me. I got the ticket for nothing.
You did?
Yes, a tenant. He threw it away. It was a pity to waste it.
Oh, of course. A tenant?
Yes, I'm superintendent of a big building near Plaza Terrace. You know, right over by the park.
Is that big white building?
White building? No, let me see. You are thinking of number 12. I am 22.
Oh, 22.
How do you do?
You know, I was just passing, and it occurred to me that you might know of an apartment for rent.
Now, let me see. Yes, we have 2 furnished bachelor apartments upstairs. One may be vacated in a few days by the gentleman who threw the opera tickets away. Of course, his friend may wanted it.
His friend?
Yes, his friend. He paid me the money in advance. I remember him very well because he had a scar on his hand. I always look at people's hands because they tell me their character.
Do you think it would be possible for me to have a look at that apartment?
Oh, yes, I think so. It's up on 3rd floor, number 6. If nobody there, you can come back to me, and I will go up with you myself. I have a pass key.
Thanks.
Oh, you must be the person Rico is expecting. He is out just now.
Oh, Rico's out.
Yes, but come in. Come right in.
Thank you.
I'm surprised Rico didn't tell me you were a girl.
Oh, he didn't mention it.
No.
Will he be gone long?
I never know when he's coming back. He neglects me. You know how it is.
Yes, yes. We women have our problems.
You're pretty.
Thanks.
Do you like music?
Oh, yes, I love music.
I listen to it and I want to dance. But he never takes me dancing. You know how he is.
Yes. Yes, I know how it is.
Cigarette?
No, thanks.
Any mail?
No mail for you, but you have a visitor upstairs. That's the lady. I'll show her upstairs.
Thank you. Can I use your phone?
Oh, yes, sure. Step right in.
Excuse me. Yes?
Who's up there with you?
The girl you were expecting, she's waiting for you.
I'm not expecting anybody, you fool.
But you told me you...
Now listen to me and do what I tell you.
Are you leaving?
Your hand's shaking.
You must think I'm very stupid.
That toy can be dangerous.
Rico's on his way up. Sit down. Over there. Come in!
Oh, excuse me. I'm wondering what happened to you.
I was just on my way down. As far as the apartment is concerned, it's nice, but it's much too hot.
Oh, you'll have to drop in again sometime.
Where is she?
She must have gone down the stairs.
She was...
the man?
Oh, yes. An old friend of the police department. 7 arrests, 3 convictions. Send out a wanted signal on this right away. Also have this number traced. I telephone you as soon as I know something.
You know where to reach me. Bye.
Bye.
I must see you.
I told you never to call me here, didn't I?
It's about the briefcase.
I'll call you back later.
I usually take care of cables and telegrams, and I don't think a cable about any extension was sent out.
I suppose you want to see Mr. Anderson?
No, I want to see Mr. Dorstein. He's supposed to arrive today.
Mr. Anderson is at the airport meeting Mr. Dorstein.
In that case, I'll wait. I phoned Mr. Herzog yesterday. He asked me to check with you about the extension on his bid. Was a cable sent?
A cable? No, it was not.
Why not?
Well, we thought it was no point of sending it to Mr. Dorstein because he'll be here any minute. Personally, I don't think there'll be any extension for Mr. Herzog.
You don't think there will be?
It would establish a bad precedent.
An assault on a man outside your office door establishes a worse precedent.
I don't follow you, Miss Davis.
Don't you really? Yes, she's here. Miss Davis, will you pick up that phone, please? There's a call for you. Oh, thank you. Hello?
Miss Davis, I have interesting news for you. We located your friend. And the automobile is not stolen, as I had expected. It was actually loaned to him by a party named Lopert.
Would you spell that, please?
Lopert.
Yes, thank you very much. I'll be waiting for you here. Thank you.
Oh, hello, Miss Davis. Oh, Mr. Dorstein, Miss Davis is from Consolidated Press. She wants to talk to you.
How do you do?
Well, now, what can I do for you, Miss Davis?
I'd like to talk to you about the runway construction project.
You mean at the Ferrando Air Base? I really have nothing to say on that because my company has nothing to do with it.
No, but it affects your business too, doesn't it?
Perhaps. All I can tell you, Miss Davis, is that Continental will never have anything to do with any contractor who is not absolutely reliable.
What about all this talk of bidding irregularities?
What do you mean?
Rumors.
Please, step into my office.
Thank you.
Please, sit down, Miss Davis.
Thanks.
May I help you, sir?
Thank you. Now, Miss Davis, I've had dealings with many countries, many governments, including your own. I am an engineer, and I wish to think of myself as a man who knows how to face facts, not rumors. Now you mentioned bidding irregularities. Specifically, what do you mean?
Specifically the case of Mr. Herzog.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Miss Davis was here yesterday when Mr. Herzog was attacked.
He was robbed of his briefcase.
I don't quite see the connection, Miss Davis.
Oh, and a man carrying a briefcase containing a bid for a contract running into millions is assaulted on your very doorstep one day before the deadline.
I assure you, Mr. Herzog will get an extension.
That won't be necessary.
No?
I have his bid right here.
I thought the bid was in a stolen briefcase.
It was, but I would like to submit this in the name of Mr. Herzog.
Was the briefcase returned to Mr. Herzog?
No, it was not. His competitors, whomever they may be, were interested in keeping the bid out of this office.
No. Isn't your theory rather melodramatic, Miss Davis?
No, I don't think so. However, we'll soon find out more about that. The man who stole the briefcase has been arrested.
Excellent. I'm very glad. I want this cleared up beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Does the name Lopert mean anything to you?
Lopert.
Well, sir, there are the Loppert installations we deal with occasionally.
Did they submit a bid?
I don't know offhand, Miss Davis.
Let's have a look at the files.
Yes, sir. Kempe,
Yes?
bring in all those files on the Arabian contract.
Yes, sir.
Our job is too big and too important to play favorites, Miss Davis. There is just too much involved. Our work is one of international scope. Cigarette?
No, no, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Where are the files?
I'll go out and check.
Mr. Dorstein, may I ask you how much you know about your personal staff?
What do you mean?
I'm referring especially to Mr. Anderson, your assistant. I have reason to believe that he's involved in the assault on Mr. Herzig.
That's preposterous.
May I ask him a few questions when he comes back?
Ask Mr. Anderson to step in.
Mr. Anderson just left, sir.
What do you mean he left? Did he say when he was coming back?
Why, no, sir, he did not. In fact, if I may say so, he seemed in quite a hurry to go. Here are the files, sir.
I think you'll be looking for a new assistant, Mr. Dorstein.
Kempe, call the police.
That won't be necessary. Look.
Just a moment, Mr. Anderson.
Yes?
I would like to have a little talk with you if you can spare your time.
Yes, of course.
Let's go back to your office and talk things over.